A very good morning indeed, this beautiful Wednesday morning. Finances, matters financial this morning, even, you know, as we prepare to go out there and do your thing as a democratic Kenyan, we still want to remind you that it's also a very good day to be learning about finances. And this morning, we'll be talking about a very important topic, life insurance. What do you know about life insurance? Is it just about death, that after one departs, then that's when you can use it? Or is there more to it than just that? So today we'll be learning much more on that with my panel, a great panel that I have, a lady and a gentleman who will be taking us through this. So if you have any question, concern, then you can do that. Or even if you want probably to know how to get your life insurance product, then this is the place to be. Talk to us on 20316, which is our WhatsApp, which is our SMS line, 0786316316. That is our WhatsApp line. So join into the conversation on matters life insurance. Karibuni sana, lady and gentlemen. Nathan and Celine. I'll start with you, Celine, to introduce yourself, please.
Thank you very much, Sally. A very good morning to our viewers. It is a wonderful morning that the Lord has given us to be here. I'm absolutely honored to be present here and even to share with our viewers what life insurance is all about.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay. Nathan.
Thank you, Sally, for giving me this opportunity to come to this show.
Yes.
My name is Nathan Munyole Sirengo. Yes, a financial expert. We are going today to discuss about this life insurance that many people fear to have a discussion over it.
Correct. Fantastic. And first things first, as always, there are people probably who are watching Celine and they're not sure what life insurance is all about. You know, most people maybe think it's just about when someone dies, then they're able to. What is life insurance all about, and how does it work?
Well, life insurance entails a lot. First of all, life insurance, it's not all about death. That when you die is when your people get paid. That one is there, but there is a lot more to it than just death. Life insurance is where you give small monies, you contribute small amounts of money called premiums every month or quarterly, half-yearly or yearly to be able to get your lump sum at the end of the period. That is one scenario. And the insurance company promises to give lump sum amount of money or pay your beneficiaries or your dependents when you pass away. That is something that we cannot avoid to talk about.
Absolutely.
Yes. Because it's life. Such is life, and every other time we have to talk about it.
Absolutely.
And how our people, our loved ones can be taken care of through life insurance.
True.
Yes.
Okay. Nathan, then after what Celine has said, why is it important to have life insurance?
Wow, that's a nice question. It is very important for us to have life insurance because sometimes we can lose job opportunities, we can lose income.
Right.
So when you have a life insurance, you're just looking for something that can replace your income.
Okay.
Yeah, because most of the time when you have a life insurance, when you are not there, sometimes people are forced to liquidate your assets for them to be in a position to pay your debts. So if maybe someone has a life insurance, it can be used as a credit in maybe when someone wants a loan or even a mortgage, so that when you are not there, you can be in a position to, people can be in a position to get money instead of selling assets. And another one, it is very important for someone to have a life insurance, specifically for long-term planning also, because we are also thinking of retirement. And when we think of retirement, you want to put your money where you cannot access each and every time. But now, how can you plan your maybe retirement using MMF fund? it is not going to be possible. Or if you are going to use a bank account for you to plan for retirement, so also that one will work for you.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So there's so much in there. I'm hearing financial planning. I mean, sorry, retirement planning.
Yes. Yes.
I think wealth building is also there, which we'll be talking about how you can create wealth using that.
Yes. Yes.
Are there different types of, you know, life insurance, or it's just there's just one product and, you know, covers everything, Celine?
Well, there are several life insurance products.
Okay.
And one of them is whole of life. Whole of life meaning you're covered the entire period that you're there.
Okay.
In case you're not there, then your people are paid. You get.
Yes.
And there is also another one, the main ones, like two of them. There is that one that you contribute, you put it as a term insurance, where you're covered for a certain period, meaning 10 years, 15, 20, 25.
Right.
I think 25 is the maximum period in the country. Yeah. So when you do it for 10, 15 years, meaning there is also, it will expire. When it gets to 10 years, 15 years, it expires. And also within the cover, there is also what we call investment.
Okay.
So the investment part of it, actually when you're taking it as a life cover, it covers you, it gives protection to your family, and also it gives you some sense of investment, where you're paid lump sum at the end of it, tax-free, is not taxed. And then there is we put a scenario where you're like an umbrella to your family, and an umbrella helps us to prevent us from direct rains, from sunlight and all that. Now should the wind come and take you away, the umbrella, then your people are exposed. And these your loved ones need to get some protection, because when you're there, you're able to provide for them, and life happens and anything can come without notice, like death, those eventualities that are always there. Now what do? You take a life insurance where you can have that protection within the cover. At the same time, you invest, meaning there is some return on investment on what you're doing. So you kill a bird with many birds with one stone. Yes, that's what it does. So life insurance is important. That you can choose what you want. Do you want the whole of life? Do you want what we mostly call endowment? Endowment plan is a plan that comes with a life cover element in it, meaning it gives you some, you build your immediate cash estate the moment you just take it. You're covered. Or rather, your value becomes a certain amount of money depending on what you're contributing every month, every year.
Now you've talked about expiry. So when it comes to, say, I've taken the life insurance for probably 10, 15 years, and that time lapses, what happens? Am I given that money, or it has to be through either death or terminal illness? Am I just given the money when it matures?
When it matures after 10 or 15 years, depending on the time, you're given that money as lump sum, tax-free. The money, if it is 1 million, 2 million, 10 million, you're paid that 10 million as maturity. In that maturity, you shall have gotten the bonuses that we call them bonuses. You accrue bonuses over time. So you get the whole amount at maturity. Then the policy ends there. If the time allows, it still allows, you can take another one. You can still run with another one to get that cover. That one expires. And then there is that whole life that doesn't expire. Yes.
All right. So now, when we speak about death, right? How then do we, Nathan, what is the process like, for one from this unexpected death crisis or whatever illnesses? How does it work?
Okay. What happens, maybe from, you have chosen maybe something like a whole life. For a whole life, if it happens, there is some critical illnesses or there is some conditions that are covered in those policies. So it depends on the kind of the policies that you are taking. So for the first time, someone should understand what is the the exclusions and also what is included in the policy.
Okay.
So that now we avoid when that time comes of payment, maybe there is some things that are not covered in that policy.
Right.
And then now you will hear maybe people say that I was not paid some money, but it is not because maybe the insurance company refused to pay, but it's because now whatever you took never covered what you are talking about.
Okay.
So now it is very, very important for someone to understand the exclusions of the policy and also the conditions of the policy that someone is taking.
Okay.
Yes.
And I think the burden lies probably mostly with you guys, because as I come to you, I'm raw like a child or a blank page of paper, So I think the onus is on you people, the financial experts, to really, educate us on that. And now on that,
yes.
You've said there could be the whole, how do I know then what is inclusive here, what is exclusive? Speak to our audience.
Yes, yes. Yeah. I think when you come and maybe you need a given plan, first of all, I would like to know which kind of plan are you looking for. If it is pure life, we know that you are just taking a life cover. There is nothing, you will only be paid maybe in terms of any eventuality. When you are not there, that is the time your money will be paid.
So that's only for death?
That is only for death.
Okay.
But we have another one which has an investment part and also it has a life cover. But also for that investment part, that money still earns you interest on a yearly basis, So there is different kind of plans because there is someone who will come and say that I want a plan for my child's education. So that one you are not taking so that when you die, maybe you are waiting for death for you to be paid. That is just planning for the school fees. It's like saying that now, if my child maybe in the next 10 years or 8 years, I will need this amount of money for me to be in a position to pay the school fees.
Okay.
And now you ask yourself now, because if my son is in university right away, will I be in a position to pay that kind of school fees?
Okay.
Then now you start putting aside something small specifically for that task.
All right.
But now if it is purely life, then you know that this is just a life cover. I'm just protecting my family. Just in case I'm not there, my family will not start running around.
Okay.
Because I've seen families in Karen or in posh places where when the breadwinner is not there, the family is forced to move to a place where they can. And now people are calling, maybe around Kibera, they are calling it Lower Karen because mostly people are migrating from Karen to that kind of place. So if you are in Karen and you are asking yourself, if today I'm not there and I'm the one who is paying that rent or everything, will my family be in a position to continue their life the way they are used to? So now you look for something to cover that.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. And Celine, as we speak about all this, I'm just thinking, so here I am, I've paid for my policy and all that. Is there a way that I can track my account, through online or whatever? Is there a way that can be done?
Yes, clients do have self-service portal.
Okay.
And everything. Actually, the moment we onboard you, you get notifications where you counter check the details, or rather the information that you've given us. If there is an error somewhere, we correct.
Okay.
Everything, every communication you will get through the portal, self-service portal. We send you emails. You can be able to check your statements, how you've been paying. Every other year when we are declaring bonuses, you're able to see your bonuses, the bonus statement, how your money is growing. If it's an investment life cover, you're able to see everything, every detail.
Okay.
So you'll be in communication with us, especially our head office contact center. You'll be able to see everything. Should you have any queries at any given point in time, you have access to our head office, or even the financial advisor that you're using.
So you can either be online or you can choose to have a one-on-one physically.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
And Nathan, someone probably is out there and they're wondering, I need a life insurance, but what are those things that one needs to probably look for when choosing a life insurance?
Okay. First of all, before you choose any life assurance, we will be looking also for like something like affordability. Will you be in a position to afford that kind of a life insurance? And also, we are looking at how flexible is the plan. So you look for a plan that is very flexible, that you can be in a position to manage to pay. And then another thing also, you are looking also for a reputable organization or an insurer, where now you also understand their asset base and also how strong is the insurer, so that now you don't go and invest in a company where their reputation is not good. So you also look for
the next few days.
Yes. So those are the indicators that you look for. And also, at the end of the day, you also look at what you want to protect. You look at your family first. Because at the end of the day, sometimes when you go out, you ask yourself, if I'm going out today and maybe something happens, I never come back, how will I leave my family? Have you planned something for them? And also, people lose jobs. If I lose my job today, how many months or how many years will I be in a position to survive? As also I'm looking for another opportunity. So also put in something that when it comes back to you, you will appreciate. You don't do something because others are doing, because at the end of the day, you can be putting a very, we call it miniature amount of money maybe, and you can be in a position, you can afford good amount of money. So also look for something that can cover your family in a way. Yes.
Okay. So a lot of background checks. You start from there.
Yes.
Okay.
Very important.
All right. Let's speak to our young people, Celine, in terms of, is it important for them to also take such a product? Is it advisable for a young person, probably in the 20s, to take a life insurance product, and why?
Absolutely. That is very, very important. Especially life insurance is cheap when you're young and healthy. So the early you come in, the better for you as a young person. Many young people don't know. They think they have time. As Nathan has said, you can use life assurance to meet some other goals. Life insurance is just one of the financial vehicles that you can use to achieve so many other goals. Now, when you come in when you're young, it is to your advantage, where you'll have that time, your ample time to do what? To contribute for a longer period, for greater returns, and for you just build your financial safety net for a long term. Because when you come in also at a younger age, you're able to get into that the nature of saving. You will start embracing it in good time. When you get to older age, you've mastered the art of saving, and that one will come in handy for you when now you're managing, because the moment you get it right with your finances, you will get it right almost with everything in your life. Because saving is not easy, but when you master that art, you're good to go. So the earlier the better for you. It's cheap. Somebody who is coming in at 50, it's more expensive. So when it is advisable that when somebody is just getting out of campus and starts working into the job market and start having something little, it is good to start saving, because insurance, it is not that expensive. All you need is just to get to know how it works, how you can, where you can start, how you can do it, and all that.
And you know, because these are young people we are talking about, when you say starting small, how much is small, or what amount should they be looking at?
There are policies that are paid as low as 1,000. You can do 1,000 per month when you want a long-term thing. 1,000 per month, 1,500, 2,000.
If you get more, can you top up?
Yes, you're able to top up. They are very flexible, actually. You can top up, you can even reduce. There are also those people who start on a high note, depending on where you are. Then life happens. You're allowed to reduce the amount to what you'll be comfortable contributing every month or every year.
Awesome.
Yes.
And Nathan, speak to wealth building, because from what I'm hearing from Celine, at a younger age, we had spoken about if I start today and I've invested, I've you know, insured for like 10, 15 years, yeah? This is a 21-year-old. So 10, 15 years, probably 31 or thereabout. So they renew again. Speak about that. Is that part of the strategy of wealth building?
Yeah, thank you, Sally. That is the best strategy for wealth creation, because when you are young, most of our youths, most of them, they don't have responsibilities, a lot of responsibility, like people who have families. Because you will get someone who is already grown, maybe in early 40s or maybe late 30s.
Yeah.
They have families they are taking care of. But now, when you are young, it is only you. Maybe you're
still at home. Yes, you're not paying rent. There's nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing much you're doing. So that is the best time for you to start thinking of investing.
Yeah.
Because for 15 years, the power of compounding, where now you can be in a position to compound your money on a monthly basis, on a yearly basis, and at the end of the day, you can get a lump sum that you can start off something. Because when you start saving, it is not all about saving.
Yeah.
We call it goal-oriented saving.
Okay.
So when you have a given goal that you want to do in life, most of us, we are thinking of having a business, maybe owning our own companies. There is a car that you feel like, one day if I have this one, then my life is okay. Then others are thinking of how they can have financial freedom.
Yeah.
This is the best time for them to start thinking of that direction. So that now when you start small, you can start somewhere, but you know that when finances comes, you always keep increasing your money. You can't wait for your money to grow if you are not doing anything. So your money can only grow if you are doing something about it. So if you are thinking of getting some 5 million in the next 10 years, in the next 15 years, you can start doing it right away.
Okay.
So that you don't wait any longer.
Right.
Because most of us, we procrastinate. We will do when we get better jobs. Who promised you that better job? What if it doesn't come?
It doesn't come. True. Yeah.
Or I'm waiting for my salary to be increased.
Dilivane.
Yes, yes. What if that salary refuses to grow? What will happen?
Yeah.
So that is it. We start small, then we can build our wealth.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Celine, how do you then, what are those benefits of adding on to this money that you've put there?
I mentioned before that we have got different types of life assurance or life insurance, if you like. And one of them, when we talk of interest, we are talking about the one that has investment and life cover.
Okay.
If I give you, Sally, a 10-year plan, and you're looking to contributing 10,000 per month.
Okay.
10,000 per month, when you contribute it faithfully for 10 years, you shall have contributed around 1.2 million.
Okay.
Then, as we sit down and discuss this, and we've already known that this is the amount that you can afford at that particular moment.
Yeah.
I show you this is what you will get at the end of 10 years. This is your actual contribution, which is 1.2 million. Then what are you expecting?
Yeah.
You know what you are expecting from the word go.
Okay.
As we sit down.
Right.
So you're looking forward to having around 1.7 million where, depending on your age, because I mentioned the age is important.
It's a factor.
Yeah. Now, you look at the return on investment. We call it return on investment. We might not call it compounding, because when we talk of compounding, it means it keeps changing. You earn interest on the interest that you're getting, compounded interest on whatever you're getting.
Okay.
But in this other case, we do the calculation from the beginning.
Right.
I show you this is the amount that you're expecting at the end of 10 years.
Okay.
Now we work with the bare minimum probably the company has ever declared, so that you're able to project what you're looking to.
Okay.
So from the beginning, we do that mathematics, then you get to know what are you expecting, what are you, and every year bonuses, you'll be able to see how your money is growing over time, so that at the end of it, you get what you expect, and you move on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Nathan, there's this mindset when it comes to life insurance that this one is for, that's why I asked about the young people, because a lot of people imagine that it's for the young I mean, for the old and the rich. How then do you change such a mindset as financial experts out there?
Wow. I think the most misunderstood plans, or maybe insurance is most misunderstood in this country, or maybe in this world.
Yeah.
Because you will realize that old people or rich people, most of them, they know they have responsibilities. Yeah. So when you know that you have responsibilities, you will be forced with life to start making some right decisions.
Right.
But now maybe sometimes you feel like this is not the right time, because maybe you think that we will be young forever. No one will be young forever. Many rich people and many old people, they also think that they have a limited time remaining. Because if you are 21 and another one is maybe 40 or 45, at the end of the day, you have different timelines. We are 40, he's almost retiring, or he's almost, he's maybe taking care of the family in university, or so and so. So for young people, I think the best thing we can do is we have to create awareness.
Okay.
Yeah, we have to create awareness so that these people can have financial literacy. Because most of the time we might tend not to start planning in life or having these plans. Reason being, maybe you don't have enough information, or some might be just some ignorance, because information is out there. If you are looking for the right information, you will get it. And then maybe a long time ago, we used to look for information. Information was not readily available. But nowadays, information is readily available. So it is you now to choose if you are having the right information or not. So we have to be in a position to create awareness, so that many people can also understand why insurance. Yeah, because all plans can do one thing. Every financial tool has its importance. So when it comes to life insurance, every one of us must have it. Yes.
I love it. Everyone must have it. You want to add something, Celine?
Probably just to build on what he's saying, all these financial vehicles, which one of them now, the one that we are discussing, life insurance. Just as he says, they have different purpose. They serve different purpose. And then again, when you take life insurance, I like giving stories of practical ones, and the ones that I've encountered and all that. If you don't know what you're actually getting into, probably you go to social media and hear somebody, you know, bad news spreads so fast, and that is what can go round and round.
Viral.
And the beautiful things that happen within the plans are not usually talked about. And you find when you go to social media and you're able to get those negativities, I would really urge people to probe further, to go deeper and ask, is this thing working for people? Because people are doing it outside here. One time I had a friend, and my friend was, they're a couple, and the female couple, or rather the wife, they are both our friend, family friend, and one of them, probably if she is watching or not, she'll know that I'm really talking about them. And I like giving these examples because we learn each and every moment. If you're not able to understand this particular one, she's my friend, and she was against life insurance from the word go. So it is the husband who took and kept adding more policies, and she was like, no, these things are enough, too much now, no. And then one day a friend of theirs came to their home, came to visit them, and this friend of theirs was importing a very expensive car. And she was like, Shemeji, where do you get your money from? You're importing such an expensive car. Where do you get your money from? And the friend was like, Shemeji, after you're done cooking, come, I sit you down. You know what? I started saving with insurance long time ago when I was young. So I've been accumulating my wealth over time. Don't never ignore. So the friend who has always been negative about insurance and all that, one day at 10 p.m. calls me, tells me, Celine, could we meet tomorrow? And I'm like, this one, I'm at work. I'll take my time. And she tells me, we meet at 2 p.m. We met there at 4 p.m. because I was also busy, and I knew this friend, maybe she just wants us to hang around and catch up. So I went there. Little did I know, she had brought other friends to come and listen and to buy. They waited for me there. They bought life insurance, and they're happy. They're happy, and they're doing it. So get more information. Try as much as possible to get more information.
It helps to change the mindset.
Yes, absolutely. It changes the mindset.
All right, that's fantastic. And also, when you look at communities, because I know probably these are challenges you've also gone through, there are those myths and all that. How do you, for example, Nathan, manage to convince people who believe there are communities or cultures that you cannot talk about death? How do you go around that to be able to convince someone to buy life insurance, for example?
Yeah, that's a good question. You know what? In our community, most of us, we know that at the end of the day, everyone at some point will go to be with the Lord. That is the truth of the matter. But now we don't want to talk about it. Most of the time when you talk about death, people will say they'll be very discomforted.
You're bringing bad luck to yourself.
Bad luck to yourself. And then now when you, maybe for example, if I tell my son today that I can see you are going to be rich, people will say that, that's nice. But nikimwambia wewe naona ukianguka sahi, utasema tema hiyo mate. So at the end of the day, there is so many myths going around. People think that insurance don't pay. People think that because if insurance don't pay, then I don't think if they'll be operating right now. And another thing is people think that you need to have a lot of money maybe for you to have an insurance. And maybe people think that when you sign up for a life policy, you are signing up your death. No. It's not that way. When you sign up that policy, you are telling your loved one that I love you beyond that death. Because when it comes and you are prepared for the same, you will leave your family in better hands. For example, I have seen people, when they go to be with the Lord, they leave behind debts. Or even they were paying mortgage, and then at the end of the day, what will happen to the family? And then when now the family, they are forced to liquidate whatever you have been, maybe the assets that you have bought long time ago, so they will liquidate so that they can be in a position to survive. You don't need to do that to your family, you can do something for them. And then also, let me ask you this kind of a question. If today we came to someone who had this maybe a claim and it has been paid, say maybe I have left my family and they have been paid, do you think they will go around announcing that we have been paid by insurance? Many of them, they will not do so, because when I tell people that have been paid, you will come and you want to have a share. So most of them, they will tend to keep it to themselves. Hata wengine watasema they have not been paid, but because they don't want many people to come for that money. So some people lie so that they can also protect their what they have. So so these myths of maybe insurance don't work. Insurance works. It works. And when you see someone who doesn't have one, most of us, we always feel sorry for them because they don't know what they are missing. It will give you peace of mind when you know that that you are well prepared for anything happening. Schools will come, you will be in a position to pay. If you will not be there, there will be the money to pay school fees for your children. You are just planning ahead. Yes.
Maybe Celine may want to add about handling the community negativity when it comes to buying or getting, you know, life insurance.
Life insurance. Life insurance, I think the name can even be changed to love insurance because it's about love.
You love your people,
I love my family
yourself.
so much. Anytime I think about leaving this world, because that is life, and at some point all of us will go. Whenever I think about my children, how they will live after I'm gone. You see, like nowadays, nobody takes care of other people's children.
Yeah.
Nobody, because people are overwhelmed. There is nobody who is finding it easy either. Therefore, it is upon us, because God has bestowed upon us that grace to have these children, to be stewards,
yes,
so that we are able to know what is best for them. Yes, we say no, I can't take life insurance. Ati italipwa tu wale watabaki. Wale watabaki ni akina nani? And they, our loved ones, don't we love them? What if they are paid? So what? See, we have to live and live a life of legacy.
Okay.
Because our community revolves around family. We love our families so much. We love living legacy, and also just protecting them. Do something for them, because that's why we break our backs each and every now and then to do what? To work for them. We don't live for ourselves. If at all I was alone in this world, I wouldn't be toiling every day going to work. Why do I go to work? For my children, for my spouse, for whoever, my parents, my siblings. Yes, so in case I'm not there, let's say I'm a firstborn in our family, I'm not
You're
there.
The breadwinner.
I'm the breadwinner. Who takes care of them? How will they live? How will they live? I want to leave them in a better space than even, or rather continue with the life that they were living. And it doesn't cost so much. Just a little thing, the basics, and they're good to go. You see, for example, these children who are on the streets, at some point, some of them, probably, if somebody were having something for them, maybe the parents just passed on. Boda guys, we risk every day. We leave our houses. We don't know whether we shall come back. Nowadays in Kenya, we have protests all over. We see people dying each and every moment. Now, you go outside there to make a living for your people, and you don't come back. In that scenario that you don't come back, what happens to them? Secure, transfer that risk to the company. Transfer that. It's high time we got out of that, of those beliefs that life insurance is all about death and all that. We need to get that information so that we're able to help our people, to just protect them, to transfer that risk. That's the work of insurance companies.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Because of time, we I don't know, but we will still try and cover a lot of what we are trying to teach our people, or the information we're trying to share. Nathan, when it comes to documentation now, I'm here and I want to sign up. What are some of the documents that I may need to be able to get this service? Okay. Or product, rather.
Yeah, that is very easy. Someone will just need an ID, a KRA PIN, because the reason why we need KRA PIN is because it has been there maybe from the past. People get 15% tax relief of the money they are putting aside on a monthly basis, to a maximum of 60,000. Yeah, so this is the only time you can get a relief from the government, which is something good. If you are looking for somewhere to save some taxes, I think you can consider life insurance. And also you need to have your beneficiaries. And when you have this kind of plans, let them know. And when you get a policy document, kindly let them know, because most of us, we might be having these plans, but we are hiding from our spouses, from maybe our children, so they don't know that we have them. So when you are not there, they don't know where to go, what happens from there. And also, I think those are the main documents that someone needs to have when you are considering a life policy. If someone wants to sign right now, those are what we will need from them.
Okay.
Yes.
Celine, what happens if someone defaults? Like we said, life happens. So what happens if someone defaults? And that would be like probably your parting shot because of time.
Okay, thank you once again. Very quickly, when one defaults, it depends on what period. Any life insurance, after 3 years of contribution, when you want to default, or when life happens and you default from there, like a good example is COVID-19. When it came, now everybody was disoriented in every way. So what happens? Because at that particular moment, the priority might not be life insurance, food and the basic needs. Now what you do, you can pause it. After pausing it, you come back later. You can either clear the arrears or redate this policy. By redating is pushing the period, the maturity term forward by the number of periods that you've not been able to contribute.
To cover up for what you missed out.
Yes. Therefore, it will mature still. Or when you want now to come back, you've not paid for 1 year, you clear the arrears and the policy continues, and it will just mature. No interest on the arrears. No interest on the arrears. Or what you can do again, you've defaulted and for 2 months, you just clear the arrears and your policy continues to run, and you're still under the cover. Under the cover, yes. And after 3 years, now you want to pause, and maybe you feel like, hey, this thing, I'm overwhelmed, or something happens, you just leave your money. That is after 36 months of continuous contribution. Just leave your money, allow it to keep growing to the end of the term, to the maturity, so that after maturity, you'll still get your interest plus your contributions.
Fantastic. And I think I may want to end it right there. Unfortunately, Nathan, I'll not give you an opportunity to give us your parting shot because of time, but I want to thank you so much for your time. And also, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for giving us, your time. Thank you so much for being part of this conversation this morning. And it is my prayer that you've been able to learn a thing or two, and also that you may be able to make up your mind today and just decide if you want to be, covered or protected as an umbrella, like Celine had put it earlier. Thank you so much. And also not forgetting our very, very special people, that special group of people, that community that ensures that we are also protected, we are also covered, that umbrella that is towering over us. Those are our partners. We want to say a very, very big thank you for ensuring that this content comes to us every single day, impacting and touching and changing lives everywhere. And so if you want to be part of this, send the word partner to 20316, that is the SMS line, or 0786 316 316, our WhatsApp line. Send the word partner, and our able team will be able to reach out to you and guide you on what you're supposed to do. And also, this morning, if you may want to just bless us in your support us, just to ensure that, yes, indeed, family media remains firm, remains stable, remains to impact lives all over the world. Actually, it's globally. Then you can be a proud participant or partner by sending whatever support you have through the paybill number 316 and the account number shall be your telephone number. Also, if you want to use our account number, then that will be Cooperative Bank 0113 6000 799 100. That is our account number, and the account name will be TBN Family Media. And so that is where you can do that. Also, we have the equity account, which you can do equity account number 0810 2972 53682. Account name remains the same, TBN Family Media. And also those who are with NCBA Bank, you have not been left behind. Our account number is 647 781 0028. And again, the account number is TBN Family Media. And God bless you as even purpose to bless us, purpose to walk with us, and purpose to be part of this impactful journey. God bless you, and see you again tomorrow by God's grace on Matters Relationship Clinic. We'll be talking about, you'll find out tomorrow. So join me then between 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. Goodbye for now, and God bless.